A hollow right circular cylinder, okay, of radius 800 mm is open at both ends, rest on a smooth horizontal plane. Okay, this is the cylinder. Okay, this is a hollow cylinder of radius is 800 mm is the open for both side. Okay, upper side and lower side is opened and rest on smooth horizontal plane. Okay, is just rest on smooth horizontal plane. Okay, this is the hollow cylinder. Okay, is the radius is 800, the diameter is 1600. So shown in figure, inside the cylinder, okay, inside the cylinder there are two spheres. Okay, inside the cylinder there are two spheres. The weight of the sphere is 1 kilonewton and 3 kilonewton. This is the 3 kilonewton sphere. Okay, this is the 1 kilonewton. Okay, small is at the radius of 400 mm and 600 mm. Okay, this is the radius is 400, this is the 600. Okay, 600 mm respectively. The lower sphere also rests on the horizontal plane. So this is the lower sphere rests on the horizontal plane here. The neglecting friction. Okay, so neglecting the friction of this side. Okay, contact of the sphere and the cylinder. So we want to reject the neglecting the friction. Okay, friction. Find the minimum weight W of the cylinder for which it will not tip over. ஸோ இப்போ என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காங்கன்னா, இந்த சிலிண்டரோட வெயிட் கண்டுபிடிக்க சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. ஓகே, இந்த ஸ்பியர் ரெண்டு இருக்கு இன்சர்ட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. ஸோ வாண்ட் டு ஃபைண்ட் த வெயிட் ஆஃப் திஸ் cylinder. Okay, so there is no friction between the contact surfaces. Okay, is the given in problem. So first we want to draw the free body diagram. Okay, this is the free body diagram. So free body diagram. So first one free body diagram of the sphere. Okay, 1 and 2. So in free body diagram sphere. Okay, this contact point. Okay, so this cylinder is one contact point. This is the reaction force 1. Here also reaction force. So R is R2. This is R1. Okay, here also reaction force is R3. Okay, this is the contact of cylinder and sphere. Okay, so this is the reaction force of R1. This is the reaction force of R2. Okay, this is the reaction force of R3. So this is the contact. Okay, so radius is 400. Here radius is 400. Here radius is 600. Okay, so distance of this is H1. Okay, this is the H1. This is the H2. Okay, this is the H2. Here is H1, H2. So the similarly reaction force at the cylinder. This is the sphere. This is the cylinder. So reaction force up at the same point. Okay, in cylinder is R1. Here R2. Okay. So this is a hollow surface, open surface. Though there is no reaction force for cylinder. So only reaction force at sphere only. Okay, so only two reaction force. So another one is W. Okay, at the center force. Okay, centrally gravity force. The weight is acting. Okay, cylinder weight is acting at the center point. Okay, he is the W. So want to find the W of the cylinder. So weight of the cylinder. Okay, this is the given problem. Okay, so first this is the H1. Okay, this is the H2. Okay, so first want to take the moment of the point. Okay, so you want to find the W. Okay, in cylinder weight. So R1, we want to find the R1 and R2 value. Okay, the இப்போ என்ன பண்ணால் R1 and R2 value find out பண்ணணும். இந்த R1 R2 value எதை find பண்ணால் இந்த ஸ்பியர் வச்சு தான் நம்ம find out பண்ண முடியும். இந்த சிலிண்டரில் find out பண்ண முடியாது. Okay, can possible only to find the R1 R2 value in the using sphere only. Okay, okay, cannot find the R1 R2 value using this cylinder. Okay, so first find the R1 R2 value. So first to take the moment about point, this one MO2. Okay, O2 point moment. So this is the R1. So totally how many forces acting? 4 forces. Okay, in sphere. Reaction force 1, weight of the sphere 1. So reaction force, sorry, 5. Okay, reaction force 1, weight. Here reaction force 2, weight. So totally 3 reaction forces and 2 weight acting. Okay, so take moment about point. So this force also same point. So 0. This 3 also same point. So 0. So 3 in the R3 also same point. So totally 3 forces are 0. Okay, moment எடுக்கும் போல force and perpendicular distance போல இது இந்த force R2 R3 and 3 kilonewton எல்லாமே இந்த origin பாயிண்ட்லயே இருக்கு டிபெண்ட் பண்ணி இருக்குது. ஸோ அதனால வந்து 0 ஆயிரும். ஸோ force and perpendicular distance R1, perpendicular distance is O1, this one. Okay, this distance is perpendicular. So perpendicular distance means O1D. So O1D அப்படி means sin theta in inclination. Okay, this is R1 into O1D is the perpendicular distance. Okay, next another one is 1 kilonewton. So 1 kilonewton for downward. So force into perpendicular distance, force into perpendicular distance is the clockwise direction is means positive, anti-clockwise is negative here. So minus 1 into perpendicular distance is O2D. Okay, O2D is equal to 0. This is the equation. Okay, so the here R1, so O1D means 0 1 0 2 sin alpha. So opposite side, so sin alpha is opposite. Okay, here sin alpha, opposite side is O1D, hypotenuse is O1 O2. Okay, so O1D is O1 O2 sin alpha. Okay, minus 1 into O2D. So want to find the O1 O2 distance and O2D distance also. So O1 O2 distance. Okay, this is the O1 O2 distance. Okay, this is O1. So his radius is 400 plus 600. So 400 plus 600. So O1 O2 distance is 1000. Okay, 1000. Next O2D distance. O2D means this one. Okay, O2D means this one. So want to find the O2D distance. So total distance of the cylinder is 1600. Okay, this is the 1600. So here also distance radius is 400, here also distance is 600. Okay, total here also total distance is 600. Okay, here total distance is 600, 1600. Okay, so this distance is 400, this is the 600. Okay, so 400 600, so 1600 minus 400 minus 800. Okay, this is okay. 600. Okay, here is 600. Okay, so radius is given is 400 and 600. Okay, 400 minus 600, so 1000. So 1600 minus 1000 is 600 mm. Okay, O2D. So O1 O2 find out பண்ணியாச்சு, O2D find out பண்ணியாச்சு. Next cos alpha and sin alpha find out பண்ணணும். So cos alpha அப்படிங்கிறது O2D divided by O1 divided by O1 O2. So 600 divided by 1000 0.6. Sin alpha is equal to O1D divided by O1 O2. So 800 divided by O1D is 800. Okay, 800 divided by 1000 is 0.8. Okay, O1D is this is O1D. So O1D எப்படி find out பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா இது ரெண்டு தெரியும், O1 O2 தெரியும், O2D தெரியும். Okay, okay, O1D is equal to root of 1000. Okay, 1000 square minus O2D is 600. Okay, so use பண்ணி the O1D is equal to 800. Here O1D is equal to 800 mm. Okay, so cos alpha equal to 0.6, sin alpha equal to 0.8. Okay, so here so R1. Okay, R1 already R1 O2 O2 sin alpha minus 1 into OT equal to O2D is equal to 0. R1 so O1 O2 is 1000, sin alpha is 0.8. O1 so minus 1 into O2D is 600. Okay, so R1 into 800, 1000 into 0.8 800 is equal to 600. So R1 is equal to 0.75 kilonewton. Okay, R1 is 0.75 kilonewton. So you similarly want to find the R2 value also. Okay, R2 value also. Here sum of vertical forces. Okay, sum of vertical forces is three forces, R3 3 kilonewton and 1 kilonewton. So R3 minus okay upward force is positive, downward is negative. So R3 minus 3 minus 1 is equal to 0. R3 is equal to 4 kilonewton. Sum of horizontal force is equal to R1 is 1 horizontal, R2 is 1. So forward force is positive, backward force is negative. R1 minus R2 is equal to 0. R1 is equal to R2. So already R1 is find out. Okay. R1 is equal to 0.75. So R1 equal to R2 is equal to 0.75 kilonewton. So then so R1, so R1, R2, R3 values are known value now. So we want to find the W, okay, weight of the cylinder. So R1 and R2 only. So want to take the moment about point A. Okay, reaction only at the point of A. Okay, reaction force at the point A. Want to moment about point A. This is H1. This is a H2. Okay, H2. So moment about A point A. So this is the R1. R1 is a clockwise, anti-clockwise direction. R1 into H. So here R anti-clockwise is positive one, clockwise is negative one, negative one. So R1 into H1. Okay. So force into this is the R1 force. Perpendicular distance is H1. Okay. Then next minus R2 into H2. So clockwise direction. So negative sign. Okay. R2 into H2. This is also clockwise direction. W into this center point. Okay. So this is total distance is 1600. So half of the distance is 800. Okay, radius is 800. A into W into 800 is equal to 0. Here R1 is equal to R2. So R1 or R2 is equal to 0.72 reaction, same reaction force. So R1, so into H1 minus H2 is equal to W into 800. So R1 is 0.75, H1 minus H2. Here H1 minus H2 is equal to O1D. Okay, O1D. So this is a H1, this is a H2. This distance, okay, minus of distances is O1D. So already O1D is 800. Okay, already find out 0.75 into 1D is equal to W into 800. 0.75 into 800. Okay, equal W into 800. 800 cancel. So W equal to 0.75. Okay, the weight of the cylinder is 0.75 kilonewton. Okay. ஸோ மெயினாக வந்து ஸ்பியர் இருக்குது ஒரு சிலிண்டருக்குள்ளே. இந்த ஸ்பியரோட ரியாக்ஷன் ஃபோர்ஸ் ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் பண்ணிவிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் இந்த சிலிண்டரோட இந்த ஸ்பியர் வந்து எங்கெங்கே கான்டாக்ட் இருக்கோ அங்கெல்லாம் சிலிண்டரில் ரியாக்ஷன் ஃபோர்ஸ் இருக்கும். ஸோ அதில் வந்து இந்த சிலிண்டரோட வெயிட்டு நம்ம கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். ஓகேவா? தேங்க்யூ.